Deputy Pintor with the Sheriff's Office. By chance, have you seen your neighbors over at 97 Heather?
No, sir, I hadn't. I've been really worried about him
Okay.
since January.
Since January?
This is Thomas Graham. For the past 5 months, his neighbor Craig Thetford had not been seen, and his sudden departure is beginning to raise alarm.
With the Turner County Sheriff's Office, we were looking for Craig Thetford.
Yeah, we haven't heard from Craig.
Okay.
We're buying the house from him.
Okay.
But while officers performed a welfare check,
Doesn't look like there's anyone in there.
Is that dirt or is that blood?
the suspicion in the air deepened. Was Craig still alive? Or had he just decided to go on vacation without telling his friends and family?
Goodbye.
There we go.
Mr. President! Shake up here!
On May 12, 2025, the Otero County Sheriff's Department received a call from the family of Craig Thetford requesting a welfare check, as they had not heard from him in close to 4 months. When deputies arrived at his home, they expected to find Craig, but their expectations were quickly cut short.
Sheriff's Office. Sheriff's Office. Doesn't look like there's anyone in there.
There were no visible signs of Craig or anyone else inside the house. The home looked as though nobody'd been there in a very long time. The deputies on the ground decided to speak with some of the neighbors, hoping they might have some idea where Craig or his wife, Deanna Thetford, had been.
Good. How are you, sir? Deputy Pintor with the Sheriff's Office. By chance, have you seen your neighbors over at 97 Heather?
No, sir, I hadn't. I've been really worried about him
Okay.
since January.
Since January.
Yeah.
So, is it like do they live here like part time, or is it like full time kind of thing? Do you know?
Well, he moved up here. They moved up here full time.
Okay.
Oh, this was back about 2 years ago, and we were real good friends and everything.
Okay.
And we were both on the James County Fire Department.
Mm-hmm.
And then come January, there was just no contact.
No contact at all. Come January.
The neighbor had not seen Craig since January, a 5-month gap. Craig was not the kind of person who simply disappeared without notice. If he were around, you would certainly see him outside, spending time with his neighbors. With a neighbor confirming that months had passed without any contact with Craig, the deputy knew that something was wrong. But he still needed more certainty before drawing any conclusions.
Okay. Have you seen any vehicles or anything? Anybody in there?
There was a black car that was up here, and they parked up there in the shop right there in the shed.
Yeah.
but they were kind of discreet.
Okay.
And they had Texas plates on it. And I seen them drive by a few times, but
Did you recognize the vehicle? Was it like something that they usually drive, or
no,
a friend of
it
theirs? or
wasn't one of
anything?
theirs.
No. Okay. Alrighty, sir.
Because
you don't mind no.
his name's Craig Thetford, and his wife's name's Dina Thetford. The ones right over here in the safe frame right here, that's Heidi and Josh Twaney, and she's real good friends with her, with Dina.
Okay. You mind if I get your information?
Yeah. I got him. I was on James Canyon Fire Department there for about 5.5 years.
Mm-hmm.
And when he moved up here, I talked him into it.
Okay.
And I mean, we were real good friends and everything. Yeah. And then Josh over here, we got him on the fire department.
Gotcha. Okay. So about like how often would you say you guys usually talk, or?
Oh, he talked all the time.
Like, was it like phone calls, messages, or just like in person?
Oh, he's want to help me do all this driveway.
Oh,
He's
okay.
want to help me do this roof.
Okay. Okay, so you guys would hang out.
Yeah,
stuff
we were
like
real
that.
good friends.
Gotcha. And you said since January you haven't seen anybody, heard from him, or anything like that?
Yeah, January, I got sick, he got sick, and then a couple of other people on the fire department got sick.
Okay.
And then it was after that, he just disappeared.
Okay.
I didn't know if he got sick and passed away, or I didn't know what happened.
Okay.
Because I ain't been able to talk to him or nothing.
Gotcha. All right, Mr.
I know his mom was in real bad health over in Breckenridge.
Okay.
And that's where they were supposed to move back to for the time being.
Breckenridge.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, sir. Well, I appreciate your time. Okay.
Josh and Heidi here would know more information about them, because
Okay.
I know.
Do you know what the address is over there?
It's just that A-frame right there.
This one right here.
Yeah, this one right here.
Okay. And you see Josh and Heidi?
Yeah, Josh and Heidi Twaney.
Gotcha. All right, sir. Well, I appreciate it. Okay. You have a good night.
Yeah. Hey, if something happened, I sure would like to know.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was
Definitely.
really good friends with him.
Yeah. That's what we're here. Pretty much just checking up on him, make sure that he's okay. That there's nothing going on. But all righty, sir. If I have any other questions or anything like that, I'll give you a call. Okay.
I appreciate it.
Have a good one. Yes, sir. Take care.
Deputies also paid a visit to another neighbor who confirmed that she too had not seen Craig since January, pointing to one disturbing mystery. What really happened to Craig?
With the Turner County Sheriff's Office, we were looking for Craig Setford.
Yeah, we haven't heard from Craig.
Okay.
We're buying the house from him.
Okay.
He was in Breckenridge taking care of his mom.
In Breckenridge?
Yeah.
Okay.
And yeah, we've been trying to get a hold of him because we're paying money every month, and he was doing a spreadsheet for us.
However, prior to this day, officers had already been to the property and spoken with Deanna Thetford, who told them that she and her husband were getting divorced and that he'd gone down to Mexico with his new girlfriend to fish. During that visit, Deanna showed the sheriff's deputies 2 safes that belonged to Craig, for which she did not have the combinations. She told police that her husband kept up to $1.5 million in cash inside those safes, and that she believed he'd taken the money with him to Mexico. Over the course of the following days, detectives visited Deanna Thetford, but each time she offered a series of excuses that raised suspicion.
Hi, I missed a phone call.
Yes, ma'am. How are you? This is Deputy Pintor calling from the Otero County Sheriff's Office. I was calling in reference to your husband, Craig. It seems that he hasn't been in contact with a lot of his family and some of his friends.
Right, yeah. We have been separated, and I recently filed for divorce. He's involved with someone else, and currently he's in Mexico.
And when was the last time you saw him or spoke to him?
Before he left.
Would you have an estimate, was it like 1 week, 2 weeks?
First of the month?
First of the month. And you saw him in person, correct?
Yes,
Okay.
He was packing, yes.
Where was this at? Was this at your residence on Heatherwood?
Yes, he has moved out.
And where are you currently staying at?
I'm at my mom's in Texas, Seymour, Texas.
Yeah. Well, I guess let me ask you: are you gonna permanently be staying at Seymour, Texas? No. Okay.
Until I see what happens in the divorce, I'm gonna ask for the property.
Okay.
I mean, I don't think he's missing.
After searching the property and speaking with the neighbors, officers left the vicinity. The following day, they returned to the property hoping to see Craig.
Sheriff's office.
The same light on it was in there.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the same light.
We were using a glass on those two. I couldn't remember whether there was a light on inside. Was that the outside light shining in?
I think it is the outside shine.
Yeah, okay, it's lighting up that shade.
Yeah. It's latched close, but
Okay.
I don't smell anything.
I think this is a bit of a street that comes in.
Yeah.
With no visible signs of anyone in the house, officers left that day. The following morning, they returned with one purpose: to force entry into the home and determine what was happening.
She's not here. You still out there.
Sheriff's office!
Keypad. Where's the entry keypad spot? There's not one on this door.
That's one for the man cave.
That might be it.
The door code was 64. That's the one I knew.
What is
the
it?
door code on it?
64, 64. There's a lock on that door though too.
Well,
Maybe there's one on the garage. There's one on the man cave. There's one on this garage.
see if that gets you in.
Garage opening.
Downstairs entry! Through the garage!
Yeah, this thing. Guess what? Sheriff's office. Clear.
Locked.
What?
There's stairs in. Locked.
There's three doors to the left, two doors. This.
Stairs. Right there.
What's it? You got stairs?
If you want, so there's another door on the other side. I'm going to check that door and I'll bring stairs.
We hold that.
Fuck.
This door.
I got another door.
Alright, behind you. Hurry up, there you go. Blue.
I got another door.
Okay, good.
Luke.
Oh,
Blue. Good?
yep. Back around.
You're out. What?
Okay, go to the stairs. You know, someone needs to. Someone needs to hold.
Well, it's over there. You want to get over to the second?
Do you want to hold here?
Yeah, over there. Blue.
Blue, blue. Boo. Boo boo.
What's it?
Call clear.
Over here?
I already checked the bedroom here and the bathroom and the closet. Okay.
Dwelling checks first. You want to start? Yeah.
It's
That's on mine.
man too. Huh?
The safety closet?
Yep.
The garage is close to what you just.
Yeah, the garage was that, so maybe that's gonna be something else. You got entry point?
Negative. Anything you got there? Is it locked?
Is that connected to Greg's?
You're not? Not to force something window.
Get anything in there?
The tree.
I think you said that back one doesn't connect to this.
It doesn't look like it.
How's you?
Clearing the camper with Mitchell. Maybe up here?
Yeah, I'm thinking. I'm gonna just tap that on there. Yep. You went? Okay. Say bye.
There we go.
Good job, you woman. We should find it! Sheriff up here to say, search warrant!
Looks like you have an upstairs. Small room, got a door. Small room coming out.
Okay. Small room. Light it up. Small room. Yep, coming out.
I'm gonna go right.
Clear.
Clear.
So I'm looking to see if there's any cameras within the scene.
There's cameras on the back side of this house.
Yeah. Which is good if we find a cool.
I'm sure she destroyed it if there was any.
We see if there are anything else.
You can pull it, but I'll wait till it's
The dirt? Where's that blood?
After a thorough search of the house, there were no visible signs of foul play or any blood anywhere inside. Everything looked tidy, and yet Craig was nowhere to be found. Deanna Thetford was also difficult to reach. Whenever officers tried to contact her, the calls went straight to voicemail. It was suspicious, but at the same time, it was difficult to conclude that she'd done anything. During the search, officers were able to locate and open the safe, and what they found was deeply disturbing. The amount Deanna had told the officers was stored inside turned out to be drastically different from what they discovered. Officers found approximately $84,200, a fraction of the $1.5 million she'd described. That discrepancy pointed to one of two possibilities. Either someone had been spending Craig's money, or Deanna had never been truthful about it in the first place. But when officers spoke with more of the neighbors, they came forward with evidence that would change the course of this case entirely. One of the neighbors, Thomas's wife, the same neighbor officers had initially spoken with during the welfare check, handed officers a large white binder containing every text message she and her husband had sent to Craig since his disappearance. The responses coming from Craig's phone made it clear that whoever was on the other end was not Craig. Through further conversations with neighbors, officers also learned that Deanna had relocated to Texas. Once there, authorities discovered that she had suddenly come into a significant amount of money. She was buying property and making large purchases. Everything pointed to one conclusion. She had taken the money from Craig's safe. But without any sign of Craig himself, or any knowledge of what had happened to him, officers could not yet make an arrest. That, however, was about to change when a male friend of Deanna's came forward with information she had confided in him.
This is Detective Curtis with the Otero County Sheriff's Office. I had a message that you had called.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, what can I help you with, sir?
I recently got in touch with an old friend of mine. She was married to that dude, and apparently she said she shot him.
Okay.
I have a conscience, and I couldn't just not say nothing. I'd really not be involved, but I guess I am, and that's all I know. Like, I live here in Texas. I hadn't seen her in years, or talked to her in years, until just like Friday or things last week, whatever. And she come out with that bullshit, so I kind of think that she put more on my plate than I was ready to chew. So I made a phone call.
Can you tell me her name?
This is why I do this.
Okay.
I'm not real all high tech and all, and I believe what people tell me, so that I don't know if she really married to him or not, but that's what I know.
Can you tell me how the conversation went? You said that you guys had just recently connected, hadn't talked to her in years, and
Right.
And how did this all come about?
Well, we've done that before, like, being out of touch for a couple of years and start back up or whatever. And she kind of basically just put it on my plate like that, like that she had done something that she wasn't proud of, and she wanted something she was even less proud of. And I kind of read between the lines, and then she rounded off to say she shot him, and I told her to shut the fuck up. I don't want to hear no more. And it was ours.
Okay. Did she tell you when?
No, ma'am. I don't know none of the pictures.
Okay.
Detectives were getting closer to cracking this case. With this confession, they now knew that Deanna was fully aware of what had happened to her husband. But one witness was not enough to make an arrest. Detectives needed more evidence to build a case strong enough to convict her. While they were still processing the investigation, detectives received a tip that Deanna had attempted to take her own life at her mother's home. That said a great deal about her awareness of what she'd done. In order to preserve all available evidence, detectives rushed to Deanna's mother's home and, upon speaking with her, tried to find out whether Deanna had confessed to anything during that episode.
And I don't really know what it was. Maybe it was, we were there Thanksgiving. It was the first time I'd seen their place. And so it was after Thanksgiving. I think it was maybe January, February, sometime like that, she started coming back.
Okay.
I think. I'm not sure. And Craig was supposed to go to a fireman's class somewhere. I can't remember. Maybe Hobbs, New Mexico or someplace. She told me that his little group got a chance to go to California to the big fire, and he couldn't go because he didn't have all the qualifications, and so he was going to go to that school, but it would take several months.
Mm-hmm.
And so she was by herself, and she said, I realized how much I miss my family and my home. And so she started coming and seeing it, and she thought she planned on buying a house with bed and breakfast. And I think she maybe originally was going to stay with me.
Do you need a glass of water or anything, Mary?
No. So she finally found the house she came in. We looked around and she found the house she wanted, and she got the house. And she went and started packing her stuff. And I don't know how long it took her, but she finally, it seemed like a long time, and she had some the big stuff. She had somebody to come move it, and they put it in the house. And she still isn't all settled in the house because they had a little apartment, and she's having an apartment renovated, so she will rent that too.
Detectives eventually wrapped up that conversation. However, in the days that followed, another call came in, this time from a family member of Deanna's, and what she revealed helped crack this case in a significant way.
Sheriff's Office?
Oh, hi. Yes. I spoke to my cousin has some information regarding missing persons out there, and I believe they've talked to you about it already, so I don't have any additional information, but I just had wanted to make sure that y'all had gotten the information.
Okay, who is your cousin?
My cousin is Cole Johnson, but it was his wife. Her name's Leslie Case, and it was regarding her mother, Deanna Thetford, about Craig Thetford.
Okay. Okay. Can you tell me what you know? Because I know that there's been a couple of people who have called, and I just want to make sure that this information hasn't gone overlooked.
Yeah, I mean, I I just overheard a conversation. We were just having a get together with family, so she's like sort of related to me, married my cousin. And she was talking about how her mom came to town in like March. It looks like he's been missing since January. I didn't know he was missing until this weekend. I didn't really know him or her very well. I'd only met the other Deanna Thetford once. But her mom kind of moved back and had money, which she'd never had before, and bought a house in Seymour, Texas. And she'd seen her a couple of times, and then the last time she saw her, she wanted her daughter to meet her at a hotel, and that's when she told her that she had shot her husband and buried him under the carport, or in the carport area.
Okay, I'm just writing a note here.
Armed with that information, detectives obtained a search warrant for Craig's home. When they returned and examined the carport, they opened it, and inside, they found Craig's body, wrapped in black plastic, blankets, and rugs, covered in a white powder substance and mothballs. Following the discovery, a warrant was issued for Deanna Thetford's arrest. She was taken into custody in Texas and transported to Wichita. When detectives sat down with her, they had one thing in mind: why she had murdered Craig.
Thank you. All right, Tina. So, I'm sure you understand why we're all here.
Yes.
Did you get a copy of your arrest warrant yesterday?
No, I haven't gotten
when
a
you
copy
picked
of
up? Okay.
anything by anybody anywhere.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna tell you right now, I'm gonna need a lawyer.
Okay.
And that's as far as I wanna go.
Okay, that's fine. Do you already have a lawyer that's set up with you or anything like that?
No, I haven't been. I've been here in Texas.
Yeah, all right. I didn't know if you had already reached out to one or had talked to one before.
I have not known what to do. I just really haven't known what to do. So, yeah.
All right. Well, do you understand the process of all of this? I know that you had worked in the jails before.
Yes, but I was always on the other end. I've never really been a part of this cycle of it before. So, no, I really don't know from one day to the next where I'm going to be, if we're leaving today or what we're going.
Yeah, and they'll notify that, but he will be transported back to Otero County.
Yes.
So, once that happens, if you make arrangements and start to make arrangements to get an attorney while you're here, or if you wait to do it out there, either way, I'll make sure that you have my card.
Okay.
And if you end up losing it somewhere along the way, then, you can just let Otero County Jail know to reach out and they'll get a hold of me. And
yeah, usually anything I have on me, they take, so I usually don't. So, I guess I just thought I would get there and get the intake done or whatever, and then try to reach out to someone.
Okay.
This is my plan, because I don't know any better, any other way. I don't know anyone there.
In New Mexico? Okay. Well, and either way, I'll give you my card.
Okay.
And then that way you'll have it. And I'm the only female detective for Otero County, so the jail will know.
Oh, they'll know exactly.
They'll be able to get a hold of me.
Okay.
Yes. So I can meet you out there with your attorney if you'd like, and then we can sit down and chat.
Okay.
Okay. You have anything else?
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'll give it to whoever's walking you back, that way they have it.
I don't either, unfortunately. They don't let me get very close.
Deanna refused to speak with detectives. She invoked her right to an attorney before she would say anything further. Deanna was later charged with first-degree murder and tampering with evidence. As of the making of this video, her case hasn't gone to trial. Meanwhile, an autopsy determined that Craig Thetford had been shot multiple times and had been dead anywhere from a few weeks to a few months. His manner of death was ruled a homicide.